season's officially ended, but as you said it would be, it's business as usual for you in preparation for next season. So I wanted to start off first by asking you about your decision to take on the first team manager on a permanent basis. It gives me confidence to see that you obviously see there's progression and there's a future here in the immediate future.
Absolutely, it's an institution, a football club, and it's absolutely no-brainer, because very fortunate to be at a club of this magnitude. I've worked obviously 2 spells at Derry City, and I've been an assistant manager since 2002 right through to 2012. I've worked in Scotland, won a lot of trophies in Ireland. I then worked at Derry City twice as manager, obviously worked at Bows, another huge football club, as manager. But this is right up there. It's a huge football club, and let's not get away from the fact that it's been a disappointing season. But I always look forward. I feel I can bring a brand of football and a squad here that can compete next season, but also claw back our identity, and our performances have got to go way up. But I'm really excited about what can be achieved here. I'm really excited about trying to build a squad here now that can really drag us back to where we belong. So it's very much, I haven't stopped working since the day I come in here, and I continue to plan to do the same thing. I'll be getting a backroom team assembled very, very soon, and in relation to that, I expect everybody that's at the football club to work every minute of every hour to re-establish ourselves and take this to another level next the start of next season.
You mentioned there the rebuilding process over the summer. It's not that common to announce a departure list with 10 names on it. That appears to be a very clear indication that you want to create your own team with your own players, your own backroom staff. Is that right?
Listen, it's I think it's quite damning actually that there's 10 players at the minute going, and there still could be more, but that's a consequence of what's went on the pitch this year as well, and obviously players' contracts running out. There's a couple of good lads in there that have been good servants to the football club over time, but it needs a reset in terms of the playing side of the club. I've publicly stated this a lot of times. The amount of help I've got since I've come in the building is incredible. There's a lot of good people working here. A lot of structures of the football club are in a very strong position, and we now need a team with an identity that the fans can relate to. I see a work ethic on the pitch, a style of play that is worked on, and try to entertain people, but also knowing that you've got to fight for every single ball when you play for Glentoran Football Club. I'm looking forward to assembling in a group. So it's very much hands-on at the minute, but I have no doubt with the players that's still under contract that we have an opportunity to build and be a formidable force moving forward. There's a lot of talented players still here under contract. We'll be looking to obviously put an identity, as I keep saying. I want a lot of our young players involved in the squad. I'm really excited about working with a lot of these young players. So there's a lot of potential, but it's going to take a lot of work and a lot of effort to get us back to where we all know and believe that we belong.
I'm thinking about that Glentoran identity. I've written down a few quotes from you over the last few weeks. One of them was this: it doesn't matter where you're from. I'm not from East Belfast, but when I stand here and look up at those 2 big cranes looking down at me, I know what this community and this football club was built on: hard work, determination, perseverance. When you're on that pitch, I expect to see the same 3 things: hard work, determination, perseverance. How do you, coming from 2.5 hours up the road, get that identity of Glentoran, and how do you instill that in players coming in that maybe don't know that or aren't familiar with it?
Because I've played here. I'm a football man that has been involved in the game. I've had a year out of the game since I moved to 𝘙𝑎pswich at 16. That was after the second time I left Derry, so I've been fortunate to be involved in professional football for a long time. But as I sit here now, the 2 cranes don't move. They are part and parcel of East Belfast. This club is every bit as big an institution as Harden and Wolf, and the 2 have got to go hand in hand in terms of when you feel tired and when you feel things are getting away from you a bit out there. You just have to look up, and that should be an inspiration on its own to make sure that you dig on that wee bit deeper, because this club is built on solid foundations. The history of this club, but we got to look forward. We got to get a new breed of supporters back in. We don't want them going to other Belfast-based clubs. We want people coming here for the next 100 years. We want to build on that, but it's one step at a time, and we got to make sure that our players are back out working in the community. They're going to schools, they're going to community people, they're going and working, and not just being footballers that go out there and play on a Saturday and come in and out the game. We're going to work hard. We're going to work hard every day. Our working hours are going to increase. There'll be a lot of expectations in terms of the players committing to the professional setup that we provided for them. But it's very much, for me, there's a lot of talented young players. I keep saying this, and they are the future. There has to be a pathway for them, but you also have to make sure that the experienced players and the players that are here and the players that we'll bring in are ready to fight for everything that the club stands for. And it's been a horrendous season, but we are where we are now, and it's important that doesn't happen again. And we look forward with optimism, and we look forward with positivity, but also knowing that on our side of the bargain we have to be a hell of a lot more committed and show a real empathy towards the club and the fans, and pull it all together and try and get that harmony back.
What do the next few weeks and months look like for the players that are staying here, or the players that are coming in? I presume they'll have some time off now to spend with their families before pre-season begins.
Well, we've asked them to take a break. It's 20 days break in terms of doing nothing. They'll then be given a programme for a couple of weeks, and then we'll be back early June to make sure that we're as fit and we're as structured and we have an identity in terms of the way we want to play, and we'll be ready to work. And we'll be ready to go. Obviously, recruitment over the next coming weeks is going to be key. I don't emphasise, there's 10 going out, maybe another 1 or 2, I don't know, but I don't emphasise 10 or 12 players coming in. I want a tight squad. I want young players having a platform, as I keep saying, to play. But we do need to strengthen in certain areas and make sure that we get that right.